net. Thanks very much being with us once more tonight. But first, I want to say a few words in our language because this is a special program. Bana mboka bana ya RDC mbote na biso mingi. Esika bozali, merci mingi na ndenge bozalaka na bolandi na biso. Lelo ezali esengo mingi ya koyamba mopaya monene oyo azali moko ya ba camarade ba mi ya RDC. Donc tolobaka toujours que RDC azaka na bato te mais RDC pas na bato. Yangwana lelo toyambi mopaya oyo. Just to say that we got the pleasure to having with us tonight a special guest. Always we say that the DRC doesn't have friends, but tonight there is one of them just speaking with us. Just to introduce her, we're gonna say hello to Ms Chavanese Wint. Hello, Miss.
Hello, hi.
It's a pleasure. I don't know how to say, but our public would like to know about you because it's the first time they're gonna watch you. It is the first time they're gonna hear from you. So if there is anything they can know about you as Ms Chavanese, what can you tell them?
I'm a motivational speaker.
Yeah.
I'm a playwright. I write lots of films and plays. I'm also a poet. I'm an author. So I write lots of poetry books which are published and is in amazing countries. And I do quite a lot of things for young people. I own my own company as well.
Okay. Let's start with the motivation thing. How can you explain to Congolese people about the motivation what they say, a motivation theory? What can you tell them? What can they expect from you?
Well, I attend a lot of schools, youth centers, parents groups, churches, everything that you can think of. I do a lot of stand-up and I speak to these young people about everything that's going on in London and all over the world. You know, that will be domestic violence, abuse in relationships, everything that you can even think of. And as a young person myself, I would like to be there for them because I felt like nobody was there for me. So I like to stand up for every young people out there and adults too. You know, there are lots of adults into these communities that need our help as well, especially women. And I stand up and I speak to them. I make sure that I take my time out to be there for these women.
So in our community, the Congolese community, for sure, we have had so many problems like knife culture, things like that. So if you had to come in our community about the knife culture, what would you do about our community?
Well, there's a lot of things that I'm hearing at the moment, you know, about the African community, and it's revolting. It's very astonishing to me, and I feel like I, as a young person, as a woman, you know, I need to do something about that. You know, there's a lot of knife crimes. They're killing these women out there, and I mean, slashing them to pieces. And at the end of the day, we need to be aware. A lot of young people, women, adults, we need to be aware of what exactly is going on. So I'm here to say, look, this is what's taking place, and people out there, you need to realize it because, you know, we need to make a stand for what is going on. And that's what I'm here to do for this community.
One thing, you're talking about African communities, but you know, one of those women coming from Africa.
Yes.
So you haven't said that.
Yes, I'm a Jamaican. I'm born and bred in Jamaica. But I work with a lot of cultural people, you know, every country that you can think of, I am there. That could be the blacks, that could be the whites. Everybody, I'm always there for them. And I would like to say, I'm not just for one, I'm for many. And there's a lot of young people out there that needs to be there for many. There's a lot of adults that needs to be there for many. And I would like to represent the African community too, as much as the Jamaican community.
Okay. What brought you into this concept of being for people, helping people? What brought you into it?
Well, it was quite hard for me, you know. When I was growing up, I had the perfect lifestyle. My dad, he was very strict. He was just like any African parent, you know, you're not allowed to do this, you're not allowed to do that. And I didn't want that. Coming into England when I was young, I was born in Jamaica, I came here when I was about 8 years old. And I saw the lifestyle, you know, the drinking, the smoking, everything. And I wanted to be a part of that. I wanted to party, I wanted to drink, I wanted to smoke. And I got caught up out there and I felt like there was no one there for me at that point. Like everyone had shut me out of this world. And I went deeper and deeper into it, and I got addicted to cannabis. I got addicted to the lifestyle of what every young people wants to be in. And I had to make a stand. I had to take a step back because I realized I didn't want that lifestyle anymore. In order for me to change, I needed to be there for myself. In order to be there for other people, you have to learn to be there for yourself as well. And I've changed. I mean, I went to church. I did a lot of praying. You know, I just wanted to change my life. And my dad, he was amazing. He was there for me 110%. I mean, everything I could talk to him about. He was my mom and my dad, and he supported me throughout everything. And I started my own company from there, which was Voice of Young People. And my company was designed, it was created to help young people in the gun and knife crimes, the gangs, try and take them out of that. And my company is a performing arts company, is a registered company. And I taught singing, acting, dancing, modeling, poetry, everything you could think of. And this was my own material that I created. And I was teaching it to young people every single Saturday. And it was amazing that the outcome that you can change the black community, you know. And what happened, we used to go into schools, we used to go into theatres and showcase the skills. So there will be about 6 months, you know, to train them, to take them out of these lifestyle and let them perform on stage live, and their parents, everyone could come and see them. And they got such joy, they got such, you know, amazingness out of what was happening that I wanted to do more. I wanted to be there for more young people because I've changed, because I know that anyone can change if you put your mind to it. And a lot of young people feel like they can't. And I'm here to say, look, you can. And that's why my company was created, to say, yes, you can do it.
Okay. You go into a rebellion, if we can say that, a family rebellion.
Yes.
So what exactly made you decide to come out of this, and then when?
Well, it was about when I was 15 years old, because I was a rebel from I was like 13, you know, from I first came to England and I was growing up, going to secondary school. I was a rebel. And as I was saying, you know, that's the lifestyle. I wanted that lifestyle. But when I realized that lifestyle wasn't the one that I was after, because I've always had dreams. I always wanted to be a singer. You know, I always wanted to be something good. And because my father, he brought all of his kids, he brought us up to where you have to be something in life. He was so hardworking. He was everything, you know? So we had to make them understand that, look, you cannot just do whatever you wanted to do. And really, I wanted to change for him. I wanted to say, Dad, look, I'm sorry for what I did. I'm sorry for disappointing you, for bringing shame upon you. And I've changed. And that's what I wanted to do. I just wanted to stop, take a step back, and do what was best for myself.
Okay, if there is anything you can say to the youngster out there about this rebellion, family rebellion, and then about the dreams they all have, just being someone, maybe feeling great, going into drugs, just feeling like men or women, big people, what can you tell them?
What can I say? That lifestyle right now, it might seem amazing. It might seem like the most amazing thing that you want. But that's just for now. And what we need to realize is, even young people, even adults, think about the future. Think about the impact that it's going to have on your kids. Think about the impact that it's going to have on your family. You're not just smoking and bringing your own life down. You're bringing everybody down with you as well. All right? And your parents are going to see this. I'm sure that's not what your parents want for you. And the smoking, the partying, it's great for a few months. It's great for a few years. But once you get addicted, and I mean so addicted that you start stealing to get these drugs.
The money.
Money from your parents, from your family, the people that actually trust you. From you start going out of your way to actually do these things, it becomes revolting. It becomes something that nobody wants to be around you anymore. Nobody wants to support you, and you will lose every support that you have because you want to get into this lifestyle. So as a young person, I have to say to you that try and get yourself out of that. I know that you have dreams, because if we don't have dreams, we're nothing. We are absolutely nothing, and we all need to become something in life. So let's dream further. I am here for you. You know, you can pick up that phone, you can call, you can email me. If you feel like you cannot do it, I'm a young person and I can say you can do it. You know, keep on dreaming, never give up hope, and just always have faith in yourself. Find support where, you know, they're never going to give up on you, and find that person inside you that can say, you don't need these drugs. All you need is just to become the person you want to be, and that's to be a success.
Okay. You have said about writing books. What can you tell us about the books? I mean, you've written already.
Yes.
So what's inside?
Yes, I mean, I do a lot of inspirational books. So everything I write about is all true life. All my books, all my plays, all my films, every single thing I write about is true. Whether it's domestic violence, young people going out there and being abused, drugs, crime, everything. So with my books, it's about, as a motivational speaker, you know, I'm not there with them 24/7. I'm not there to support them 24/7. And it's like a pick-me-up, you know? It's like, let my books be your drug type of thing.
Okay.
Instead of taking up that cigarette, that cannabis, you know, whatever you would that drink, let my books be your drugs.
Yeah.
And for that, it can change your whole life. It can make you have so much faith in yourself. It can make you feel like you don't have to do what you needed to do. And that's why they're designed. Is a pick-me-up for you.
So, if there is any part of the book you would like people to listen to tonight, which part would you read for us?
Oh yes, it's about having faith. I would love to read that.
Okay, well, let's go on.
Yes, it's from my second book called Inspirational Rhymes. I've written 2 and this is my second one. And I would absolutely love to read you guys this poem. It's the first one called Faith, and it's designed with the time and date because I really like to, that's my signature, letting you know the time and date that everything is written. Okay, and this poem is called Faith, and it says, faith, it comes when you least expect it, never to be corrected. It's connected to our soul and mind, infected with the ability to have hope, but with freedom in mind. Faith, it's never to be subjected, but respected as a human in time, to live without fear, but to have peace of mind. Faith, it's the strength that carries peace within our souls. To have faith deep within, you cannot have room for holes. Faith is when you think about your goals, you think about your life, then you take control. Faith is the gift that keeps on shining. It's the one that tells you, never you stop miming. When you have faith, there is no room for whining. If you want to become the next bestseller, then never you stop signing. Faith. And that was written on the 7th of the 10th, 2014.
Bravo, as we say in French and in English, bravo, bravo.
Thank
So, let's say if people, youngster would read about how can they get into the books, there is anything about like the internet they can go into?
Yes.
Or they have to contact you?
Yes, well, it's available everywhere. This is the big surprise that I absolutely love with my publishers. They're available in France, they're available in Germany, they're available in Poland, they're available everywhere. And you can get these books on Amazon, you can get these books on WH Smith, you can get these books on eBay. There's so many ways that you can actually purchase these books. And you know, you won't be missing out, believe me. And as soon as they're finished, we'll have to restock them all again. So they'll just keep on coming. So you can get these books anywhere.
Okay, you say that if they have to use drugs, let them use the books. If we had to steal the money from our parents to buy books, would you mind?
Of course not. You ask first. You definitely have to ask first.
To ask first. Okay. You're motivated about women in the DRC, as we're talking tonight. You said women in DRC, how they suffer, how they violated, how they raped. What made you know about the women in DRC first? What made you know about the DRC?
Well, because I meet so many different cultures, as I was saying to you before. And one day I came across this amazing person, and he is the chairman of the Kivu Defense League.
Okay.
And he was telling me about so much, you know, about what is happening in Congo, the things that are taking place, and I was revolted.
What is his name?
I mean,
Well,
the chairman.
Okay, okay.
And I was absolutely revolted. I was shocked, you know, so astonished to my bones. Yeah. And I've got a 3rd project coming up. So my 4th project, I actually wanted it to be based around women. Okay. And I wanted a different understanding about how you guys work, what happened in your community. And he was just explaining to me, you know, these women are raped, and I literally took my time out to do a bit of research. And I met with some people myself, and they've told me their experience. So I'm trying to get to a lot of different cultural women to be able to write this book, and it would be a really big book that I wanted it to based on. And, you know, the chairman of Kevu Defence League, he has taught me so much. These women, I mean, pictures that you've seen, you know, things that you hear, they're being stripped apart, they're being knifed up apart, you know, cut up everywhere, and raped, being thrown out just into the streets for people to just see them. And I mean, for me as a woman, to be honest with you, I'm kind of speechless at the moment talking about it, because it's affected my soul. It's affected me so much that I feel like I need to connect with you guys on a different level, on a level where I can have a more understanding of what's going on in Congo. And that's why I really wanted to write this book, and that's why I really wanted my next project to be about, to have a different understanding of what these women are going through. And I've already got, you know, some understanding of it, but I really want to get details. I want to meet them face to face, firsthand. I want no secondary research, you know. I need primary research and be able to do this book to the perfection. And he's taught me a lot. So that's why, you know, I really wanted this book to be about these women, what they're going through. And the chairman of the Kevu Defence League, I mean, he's absolutely amazing.
So aren't you scared of going there, meeting with them as a woman, maybe being raped as well?
Scared? Oh no, scared. I mean, that pushes me more. That pushes me to want to meet them more, to want to say, look, everything is going to be okay. The ones that's actually survived, because remember, some of them are dead. Some of them are in these streets for just naked for people to see them. So always remember, like, the ones that we're seeing, that's the survival women. That's the woman to say, look, I am here. I am still living. As much as I'm raped and battered and bruised, I am still here and I am living. And those are the ones I want to meet. I want to meet them firsthand. What have you been through? How did it feel? To details. It might, for me to write this book, I need to know every single detail. And it's going to hurt. As a woman, it will hurt any woman wanting, you know, to hear these things. People ask me, why do you want to hear these things? Why do you want to go out there and write this book? Because I'm affected.
Okay. So are you surprised about the international media not talking about this crime?
I'm very surprised. I mean, a lot of the political views, I feel like, needs to be based around these things. And Kevu Defence League, I feel like that's why I'm joining that movement. That's why I'm joining what they're doing, because they're trying to do something about this. They're trying to portray these stories and let these things come to light. You understand? So I want to let them know, like, look, I am a part of this movement. You know, I'm supportive 110%. And I feel like many English, Jamaicans, white, whatever you are, whatever culture you're from, we all need to be aware of this. We all need to be aware of what is happening in this community. And that's why I am here also.
Okay, right now, because you say that you make plays about theater, things like that. Would you do one about the life of the woman?
I would love to. I mean, after this book, because I've just finished writing a film for TV, which I'm really trying to push. Yes. Yeah. And
which TV?
I can't say right now. You guys will have a very big surprise coming.
Yeah. Okay.
So after I've written the book, I wanted to write a book about it, and I want to write a play about it. And every one of my plays, they're in the West End in London, you know, very big theatres and professional actors, professional directors. And I really want them to portray the lives of what these women are going through. I want them to have a real instinct, you know, of what, you know, they're going through, what's affecting them, everything. And this is why I want to write the book first. I want the book to get out there, because I can publish it. And at least if you haven't seen the play, you can read the book. Okay. You understand? So, of course, I would love to write a play about it.
Or do you put some Congolese youngsters in the
yes.
play?
I feel like that's what I would more, the characters, I would more build them around Congolese young people, women, you know, and even men. I will definitely be able to do that, yes.
Men like Deo. Okay.
Yes.
So about your company, where are you based?
Well, we're based in South London at the moment. It will be up and running again next year. So at the moment, because I'm having to write all of these different books and, you know, be there and here, I've taken a step back from the company. So it will be up and running by next year. So all the young people that are out there, you know, whether you're in the African community, whether you're in the Jamaican community, you can always join our company, Voice of Young People, and we would love to have you. So we'll be up and running from September.
Right. Okay. Now, if they have to contact you, can you give the email address by yourself, even if we do write it? Can you just give the right address?
Yes, of course. It's CC full stop Wint WINT at yahoo.co.uk.
And the phone number?
The phone number's on the screen.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's not yours because
Yes.
maybe people are gonna run.
Yeah, you don't want to do that.
Okay. So there is an EP, a public relation master to contact.
Yes,
yeah.
you'll be able to contact my PA and then he'll be able to let me know all the information, definitely.
Okay. So if there is anything special you want to say about you, about the communities in 5 minutes, what can you talk about direct to the TV?
Well, just to let you guys know, I'm here. You know, Chavanese Wint. I am a motivational speaker. I'm a playwright. I'm a poet. I'm an author. I am here for you. And whatever it is, you can always email me. You can just let me know what you're going through. Just write me an email. And, you know, I always reply back to every single one of them. No matter what time it is, I am here. And I know that sometimes life can get hard. I know that. Because I've been through it myself. I know I've been through homelessness, I've been through drugs, I've been through people hurting me, people giving up on me, people, you know, not wanting to have me in their lives anymore. But from you find the people that can support you. That's what you need to go for. That's what you need to keep on going. The people that can support, the people that can say, keep on pushing, never you give up, because your dreams will come true just like mine has. And I'm here and I love you. I love everybody, whether it's any culture, any community, I am here and I love you. If nobody has said that in a very long time, if nobody has ever said that to you, Chavanese Wint loves you and I'm here.
There's another worry about young people. We haven't said, but maybe we can just talk about social media. There is another trend of people that's calling, writing to young girls.
Yes.
Yeah, lying to them, maybe just calling them to go somewhere, and then kidnapping them, raping them in this country.
Of course.
What have we said about, what we do about that?
Well, in England, London mostly, I think that's where it's worse. There's a lot of people that's on these social media that are pretending like they're 13 years old, whether they're men, whether they're women. And yes, they do kidnap. Yes, they do rape. Yes, they do things that they're not supposed to do. So my advice to all young people out there, just be careful of who you're talking to, who you're meeting on these social networks. There's a lot of things on TV, BBC, ITV, that portrays the life of young people, that let you know how to be safe. And there's numbers out there that you can call if you do not feel safe. If you feel like this person is being too hard on you to come and meet them for the very first time, don't. I mean, your parents, your parents are there for you as well. Don't hide things from your parents. As a young person myself, I used to hide everything from my dad. I used to, you know, feel like he's never going to understand my situation. He doesn't know me. But your parents know you more than you even know yourself. So just be careful for whatever you're doing out there. Yes, you're going to get hurt because that's what life is about. But my dad also teach me, when you fall down, you get back up, you brush your shoulders off, and you just keep on going. So just never you give up, and just don't put yourself in a situation where you feel like you're not going to be safe, and you're going to put yourself in danger. Just be careful out there.
Yeah, you know what you're doing mostly against drugs. You're fighting against the drugs cartels, and you're afraid of them coming against you.
Afraid, I'm strong.
No, really, because it's big money into it.
Of course.
Yeah.
Well, part of the drugs trade, isn't it? That's what makes the world go around. Part of it, anyway. There's people out there where they are very successful in whatever they do. They keep on going. Whether it's football, whether it's you doing an interview with me. Everybody have to make their money some way. But some people decide to go into that kind of field. And to be honest with you, it's tearing communities apart, okay? It's pulling children away from their parents. It's breaking down relationships. When you're selling these young people the drugs, you're not thinking about what is the impact that is having on the families, on that person. I don't feel like they care, because that's their money. That's what brings food to their table, isn't it? That's what that feeds their kids, pay their rent. That's probably the only way of making these money. There's a lot of these people that are selling these drugs. They have absolutely no stay in this country. Imagine that. The ones that have no stay, what do? They can't go out there and just find a job. They cannot just go out there and feel like, yeah, I can just apply to a council and get a council house, or I will survive. It doesn't work that way. So we have to partially think about what they're going through. But then again, these drug dealers, you are creating a breakage between families. You're destroying young people's life. You're making them be addicted. You're taking them away from their dreams. You're not letting them see beyond today, because that drugs is for today. That's what it lasts for today. When it's finished, they're not thinking about that. They're thinking about, okay, let me go and steal. Let me go and rob a shop because I can sell this on. I can sell this phone on. Because these young people, they're robbing innocent people on the streets.
Yeah.
They're taking their wallets, they're taking their phones, and they're selling that on for drugs. So imagine the impact, drug dealers, that you're giving these kids. It's not just what you're doing to their brain, to their system, to their heart. It's not just what you're doing. You're doing it to the families. You're doing it to communities. You're doing it for people to not feel safe. And that's what you need to stop. You need to take a step back and just look at what you're doing. There are second options. There's always a choice. I've learned in my life, no matter what you go through, there's always a choice. You always can say no to something. As much as it might seem hard, you can always say no.
Today, while watching the news, seen Lambeth Council
Yes.
taking a step forward. I don't know if you saw that. They said about this anesthetic drugs. Like
Okay,
small,
yes.
Yeah, bottle like this. They use mostly at the dentist. Yeah, they sell it as a legalized drug, something like that. But the Lambeth Council just took a step forward just to ban it.
To ban it?
Yeah.
Okay,
So
well,
what do you think about that? It's the first council in the UK doing that, because it's normally a soft drug. It's not banned, but they took a step forward. Yeah.
I think that's brilliant. I think that's something that all the councils need to start doing, if you understand. I mean, I was from Lambeth Council at one point. I was from that area, and which was a very long time ago. And I feel like for a council to step up, and do something like that, isn't it the police that needs to come in and say, you know what, let's put a stop to this? Isn't it the doctors that's giving it that needs to say, let's put a stop to this? For a council, I mean, it's very surprising, and it's a fantastic thing for them to be able to say, you know what, let's do this. And I totally agree with them. I agree with that, definitely.
But the use of drugs mostly comes about the poverty. The conservative government has mostly cut young people's funds, things like that.
Yes.
Don't you think that it's going to affect the lives of the youngsters going into drugs because of...
Well, if you think about it, don't everything affect the life of young people, as even adults, parents.
mostly cutting their funds, things like that.
I understand that, but if you're taking a step back for something to be more positive, we have to understand that that's what needs to happen, and we need to have a plan B, for the drugs are not going to be there. Yes, poverty might rise, but at the end of the day, what's your plan B? I'm sure that Lambeth should have a plan B put into place, because you cannot just stop something and expect everything to be okay. You need a plan B. You always need to set up something else.
Okay. When are you planning to travel into the DRC for your project?
Very soon, actually, as soon as I finish, because my third book will be out probably in 6 weeks' time. So I'm thinking maybe early next year, I want to set something up to be able to see these women myself and be able to do some stuff with them. So
have you got a team to go with you, or are you just going
well, at the
lone
moment,
ranger?
well, at the moment, Well, at the moment, I've got one. Here we go.
Yeah.
I'm setting that all up at the moment. I'm looking to bring camera crews. I'm looking to bring a lot of support network with me so that they can feel like we're not just there to bombard them. We're not just there to just get this story and go. Because a lot of, you know, women, we need support, don't we? We need support from other women. We need support from men also to say, look, don't worry. Everything is going to be okay, and we are here for you. So I'm definitely wanting to set up a support network, you know, camera crew, everyone, so everybody can have an insight, not just myself and writing this book, but you can have a primary research insight of what's going on and what's taking place.
But you know about the government back in the DRC, they won't let you do that easily. You know that?
Not very easily, no, but what is done easily in this life? Unless we fight for what we need to fight for, what is done very easily? We have to make a stand, and I feel like if they understand that we're trying to make a stand and trying to create positivity and not just a negative, you know, vibe around them, I feel like they'll definitely listen, and it's their country. You know, we have to ask for permission. We have to ask to do these things, and I'm sure that we'll be able to get through to them in some positive way.
Have you got a plan B in case they don't let you do that? Have you got a plan B, maybe going into...
Probably sneak in, you know.
Yeah. But if they had to arrest you or something like that, because we need to talk about...
Of course. Well, at the moment, as I said, we're only at...
You think about that.
We're only at the planning stages. Remember, we're only at the planning stages. So with me, I like to even have a plan Z sometimes. You know, if plan A don't work, plan B don't work, go all the way to plan Z and then come back to plan A again, you know. So at the moment, we are only into the planning stages, but I'm sure we will have plan Z as well, yes.
So if, like, let's say, they had to invite you like for workshops or into the community, would you mind coming?
I would love to. I think that's what I'm aiming for. I'm not just aiming for, you know, just to go with these young women and yes, make this book and go. As I was saying to you, I'm there for support. I'm there for my team to support. I'm there to attend these workshops, just like I do in London. I do with young people, I do with parents groups, I do with churches. I'm planning to bring the same positive vibe into these communities too, and that's what why I'm trying to connect with them. That's what I'm trying to do. I'll definitely be able to do that.
Okay, what are you doing mostly just connect with politics? Are you ready to go into politics as well?
Oh, I feel like that is a next step for me. You know, there's so many big stages in my life, and you know, as I said, I am only young and I am embarking on so many different, it's like an adventure, and it's like, you know, what am I creating? What am I developing to? I'm still growing. And I feel like because I'm still growing, I would love to go into politics. I would love to go into supportive of women. I just want to step out there and just see what the world has to offer. And I think I might be able to do that, definitely.
Okay. If there is any dream you would like to have right now, what would it be?
Any dream? Well, I know that I want to be known. I want to be known as a future of the unknown, because until I came onto here, nobody knew who I was. Until I write my books and people hear about them, nobody know who Chavanese Wint is. And I want to let them know that Chavanese Wint, you know, is a very supportive person. She stands up for women's rights. She supports people. She goes everywhere and anywhere to be able to be there for other people, because she feels that nobody was there for her. So I want to let other people know that I am here. I'm always going to be here unless God is ready to take me into his hands and wrap me up very warm, you know? I want to be known as the person that is very inspirational, very motivational, that person that stands up for the right thing in life, stands up for, you know, no drugs, stand up for no other people that haven't got support, the person that literally wants to be there for you. That is me, and I want to be known as a future of the unknown, because you guys don't know me and I want to know you. So until you know me, I'm always going to be unknown to you.
Okay, we're nearly at the end of the program. Okay, in a few words, we thank you firstly.
Thank you.
If we had to invite you again, would you mind coming back?
I would love to, of course. I think it's a pleasure being here. I think what you guys are doing is fantastic, and as I said, you know, just carry on supportive, and I'm glad that you guys are able to invite me and support me and, you know, be able to portray what I have to say so that other people can listen, so that I can connect with your community. I really thank you for that.
Okay, if the last word to the public, what do you say?
Thank you guys for having me, and please, let's connect. Whether you're part of any community, whether you're from the black community, the white community, every single cultural people out there, I'm ready to listen to you. I'm ready to hear your views. My email, you know, is there. My PA's number is there, and my books are in every single country that you can think of. I am here, and these are my books. Please, you guys, go out and purchase them. See what I have to offer. I'm here for you, and whether I'm not there physically, this is why I write these books, so that I can be here for you, so that I can support you, and always just have a creative mind around you to let you know that you should never give up hope and just have faith. So my first book here is Lessons from the Unknown, Discovering the Mystery Within, because I feel like we are all discovering our mystery within as we grow, whether we're adults, young people, or children. And my second book is Inspirational Rhymes, which is all very inspirational, and that's for you guys to purchase.
Many thanks, Chavanese.
Thank you.
Merci mingi bana ya mboka na banza bolandi biso na kitoko mingi. Merci na Chavanese alobi oyo nyonso bamoni mama papa oyo eza justement spécial pona yo na monoko na biso soko moni ke mwana azali na besoin ya nzela pona ba jeune bokoki kobenga biso pona kocontacter Chavanese ou bien bokoki kobenga ye na numéro oyo batie kuna na nini bokutana peut-être na agent na ye bokoki kokomela ye directement. Tolobaka ke tozala na bacamarade te tozalaka na bana ya Congo te bango wana bazali koya tokomemela bino malembe moko na mikolo koya mais azali wana vraiment bo soutenir ye bozala vraiment na esengo ya kobenga ye ya kobenga agent na ye mpona kosalisa bino na kokutana na ye ou bien kobenga na ba organisateur ya communauté oyo bamoni ke bakoki kocontacte ye bokoki kobenga biso na mpaka Omar tokokomisa message na bino mpona na joyer pona ba misala na ba workshop na ba nini ba atelier oyo nyonso tokoki kosala. Alors na lobby tozala na sûrement na 20h30 à partir de 20h30 sauf imprévu na honorable Jean-Claude Vwemba pona kolobela makambo ya politique ya mboka ndenge makambo ezo koleka. Mercredi tozala na ndeko akis kituba na Mike Kaboué pendant kolobela makambo ya communauté, co-organiser communauté puis politique en mboka. Et sûrement jeudi si tout va bien, tozala lisusu na nini na bande kona biso ya IDPS na ya Pariko oyo bakoya ko sala débat contradictoire. Donc on est kozala jeudi et vendredi to bombina nous pona bato bakoy kozala. Alors semaine prochaine pona nga plus na kozala nanu na summer holiday na okende mwa muke week mobimba libanda. Alors peut-être bon mon ngate mais sauf soki musale benga na libanda na kozala na bino en live problème ezate. Merci mingi na bino nyonso ndenge bolandi. Merci mingi na équipe technique na biso ya Congo synthèse na toleka na UK Congo Voice et merci na bino balandi nde tokutani mbala sima. Bye bye.